The Nightbeat starts right now.
In our last newscast of 2023, we're talking about a front that is going to affect our weather, but also our sinuses. Let's get to Sarah Spivey.
That's right, Courtney, because the front is going to kick up winds from the north, bringing in more mountain cedar into San Antonio. Here's where that front is right now, moving through central Texas. Behind it, you can see a pretty decent temperature drop. I mean, it's 29 degrees in Amarillo and 57 here in San Antonio. So we're going to be about 10 degrees cooler tomorrow. But a big thing that's going to affect you, too, are the winds. The winds will kick up from the north, tapping into some of those mountain cedar trees. I have got a video coming up that I have got to show you guys of how the mountain cedar is just releasing its pollen. We'll see some foggy conditions, and it probably will be smoky tonight because we know San Antonio loves to celebrate with fireworks. So be very careful if you have to go home tonight. Windy Monday, that'll result in a high mountain cedar count. And then I do want to talk about a weather pattern change. We're actually going to be chilly and damp on Tuesday with rain chances. A lot to unpack in the forecast, and you definitely are going to want to see this mountain cedar video. Courtney.
Yeah, it's pretty shocking. You don't want to miss it. Thank you so much, Sarah. We'll see you soon. Well, fireworks popping all over Bexar County means it is time to ring in the new year, and we do it very well. Our KSAT City cams will have great views of the show, and we'll be running through the night on our website, KSAT.com. But you see a QR code right there. That's a direct link to those camera streams. Just click on that on your screen. Well, persistent inflation and lingering pandemic effects are forcing more small businesses to close up shop for good. As the night team's Avery Everett shows us, 2023 marked the end for many local favorites. But in 2024, the city and Greater Chamber of Commerce hope they can help more small businesses.
A full house for the final dinner rush.
A lot of them wanted to come today specifically, wanted to come to be here on their last day and to be here from beginning to the end.
Sangria on the Berg is shutting its doors after 7 years of business.
Very emotional.
Saying rising supply costs and a decline in sales are the reasons for closing.
There has to be an end. We're not getting busier. A lot of our medium range restaurants are closing down.
Sangria is just one name on the list of dozens that decided to shut down in 2023. The Greater Chamber of San Antonio says inflation could explain it all.
It's been one of those mixed years in many ways. There's been so many challenges with inflation.
With the holiday season wrapping up, the Chamber says that shopping small mindset needs to stick around for the new year.
It doesn't end. They don't shut their doors December 30th and wait till next November and December. We got to keep supporting these guys.
That's why the Chamber is working with the city to support small businesses in 2024.
We're going to have a real laser focus on that this year and trying to make sure we're supporting the workforce here.
That doesn't change the decision for Sangria.
No one wants to close up their restaurant, but I think for most people, it's even worse to keep putting money into something that might never make money.
But as this sign changes, doors close, and the new year comes, owners here are still hopeful.
We're pivoting to a new concept, and we're excited about it.
Sangria, as you know, it shuts down on Sunday, but the owner here says that they're reimagining a new restaurant model for the new year. We'll have updates as they come on KSAT.com. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you so much, Avery, and we wish them well. Now to the border. Preliminary Homeland Security data shows authorities at the border encountered more than 225,000 migrants in December. That number breaks a monthly record dating back to the year 2000. This massive influx is straining cities across the Texas border with Mexico, as well as some larger cities across the country, as Governor Greg Abbott continues to bus migrants to sanctuary cities like Chicago and New York City. Leaders in those places are now trying to crack down on that and are asking the federal government for help.
They should have federal dollars to help support them in the cities that they arrive in. And we should have a coordinated national plan for where those folks arrive.
In response to cities like Denver cracking down on the drop-offs, an Abbott spokesperson is accusing the Democratic mayors in those cities of hypocrisy, saying in part, quote, they are now going to extreme lengths to avoid fulfilling their self-declared sanctuary city promises. A 15-year-old boy was killed in an overnight shooting, and San Antonio police are still trying to track down the people responsible. It happened at an apartment complex in the 6,000 block of Ray Ellison around 9 o'clock last night. Police say they found the boy on the ground with a gun beside him. Witnesses told police they heard several shots fired and then multiple vehicles speed away after the shooting. The teen was rushed to a hospital but did not make it. If you know anything about this shooting, call San Antonio police immediately. San Antonio police also investigating another overnight shooting, this one happening just before midnight last night near the corner of South Zarzamora and West Theo. Police say a 27-year-old man was on his way home when shots were fired from two vehicles. The victim was able to drive himself to a relative's house where he called police. He was shot in one of his hands and his car had several bullet holes in the side. Police, though, have no word on any suspect information yet. Well, it has been more than a week since pregnant 18-year-old Savannah Soto was reported missing. It was Tuesday when Soto, her boyfriend Matthew Guerra, and their unborn child were found dead in a car. Police still have not made any arrests in this case. They are hoping this security video on your screen will help them find leads. Officers are calling the people you see in this video people of interest. Police say both Soto and Guerra were shot in the head in that car. If you know anything about that dark pickup with a bed cover or the people in this video, call homicide detectives immediately. That number is on your screen right now, 210-207-7674. And remember, you can remain anonymous. All of this information is also posted on our website, KSAT.com. In the meantime, Matthew Guerra's family has released the details on their son's vigil and funeral services. His family reached out to us today saying a vigil is planned for tomorrow at the Woodlawn Park on Cincinnati Avenue at 4 in the afternoon. And on Monday, January 8th, his funeral will be held at Mission Park Funeral Home on Southeast Military Drive. Public viewing for his funeral is available from 5:30 to 8 p.m. Savannah Soto's family is still planning her memorial services. Well, the finishing touches are being put on 2023, how cities across America are ringing in the new year. That's next on the Nightbeat. Well, New Year's celebrations are happening all over the world, and in some places, 2023 is already a thing of the past. Here in the U.S., crowds are gathering in big cities excited to ring in 2024. But that is why police across the country are stepping up security to make sure everyone has a safe and happy celebration. ABC's Morgan Norwood details those security plans.
On the other side of the world, it's already 2024. Australia, one of the first countries to welcome the new year. Sydney Harbour Bridge, the focal point of a massive fireworks display. Similar celebrations in Hong Kong, high above Victoria Harbour. In Japan, crowds gathering for an ancient tradition, tolling of the bells to mark the passing of the old year. And here in the U.S., more than 1 million revelers expected to fill Times Square in New York City. The iconic ball drop getting a test run on Saturday. Thousands of officers already on patrol. The security zone expanded this year.
We will be out here with our canines, our horsebacks, our drones, our helicopters, our boats.
Across the country, law enforcement on alert for potential safety threats, including lone attacks from those motivated by the Israel-Hamas war, as well as possible large-scale protest. Police choppers will watch over the more than 400,000 people expected to gather on the Las Vegas Strip. Boston hosting its annual First Night celebration with musical performances, fireworks, and plenty of events for kids. Law enforcement stepping up its presence around the city. Pittsburgh also hosting family-friendly First Night events. Police urging everyone to plan ahead and stay safe.
Use Uber or Lyft, rideshare if need be. We just want everyone to make it home to their family safe for the new year.
And in Raleigh, North Carolina, it's not a ball, but an acorn that will descend to welcome in the new year. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
Well, Chief Supreme Court Justice John Roberts released his year-end report today. His main concern is artificial intelligence. In that report, Roberts says AI poses a threat to the judicial system. And while it can increase access to legal information, it could invade a person's privacy and, quote, dehumanize the law. The Judicial Conference oversees policymaking for the federal courts and will soon examine AI's proper use in litigation. Roberts' review did not include the court's new code of conduct or any upcoming disputes involving former President Donald Trump. And there was no big winner in last night's Powerball drawing. The pot has now grown to an estimated $810 million. No biggie there. The next drawing will be tomorrow night around 10 o'clock, so good luck to all of those who are playing. And also, good luck to you if you suffer from mountain cedar allergies.
Goodness.
I know we're talking about a big front and a lot of great news coming in with that, but the main story today, Sarah, is this insane number of pollen.
Absolutely, Courtney.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of people have been sending in pictures, videos of the mountain cedar trees releasing their pollen. I want to share this video with you of this person in Kerrville releasing the cedar pollen from one of these trees here. He throws like a log or something onto
like
the
an
tree.
Explosion.
I know, it does look like a mountain cedar explosion. And before you get mad at this guy, okay, just know that this was going to happen anyways because of the wind that picks up tomorrow. But as you can see, the cedar trees are really bursting to full with pollen. In fact, here's a video that was sent into our KSAT Connect feature on our weather app, and it looks like the trees are smoking, but that is just mountain cedar pollen. So mountain cedar is a big thing that's going to change here with this front moving through. All of the pollen that's resting on the cedar trees about to be released. Here's a picture of out in Rock Springs in the hill country where a lot of mountain cedar trees reside. And you can see a smoky scene there. Mountain cedar season finally comes to an end usually by Valentine's Day. If you want to learn more about mountain cedar trees, which are technically juniper trees, go ahead and scan that QR code. We've done some extensive stories about mountain cedar and what you could do potentially for a mountain cedar allergy as well. And again, here's the setup. There's where the trees reside up in the hill country and in northern San Antonio. With this front moving through and kicking up the winds from the north, all of those cedar pollen, all that cedar pollen is going to move into San Antonio. And it's not a one and done situation. Again, cedar season lasts until about Valentine's Day. Mountain cedar very high today. As I take a look at the mountain cedar forecast, these are estimates. I definitely expect it to rise tomorrow because of the windy conditions, but it's not all bad news, okay? Because on Tuesday, I expect some rain in San Antonio and in the hill country. That should help to at least temporarily wash out or at least reduce some of the mountain cedar. We'll talk more about that rain chance in a bit, but first I want to get you through your day tomorrow. Here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast. Windy in the morning for the first morning of the new year. We'll be in the 40s. We'll have winds from the north sustained at 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusts of up to about 25-30 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy to start the day, and then by noon, 55 degrees. We are going to be looking at a high temperature about 10 degrees cooler than what we saw today. Today, the high was 72. Tomorrow, the high is going to be close to 60 degrees. So you will notice the temperature change, the winds, and yes, the mountain cedar. Let's talk now about our chance for rain on Tuesday. We have another opportunity for rain on Friday, but I want to focus on the immediate chance for rain on Tuesday. An upper level low pressure system is going to position itself and move across Texas during the day on Tuesday. Now we'll start off pretty dry. I don't anticipate much rain for the morning commute on Tuesday, but by the afternoon, that's when showers and perhaps even a rumble of thunder is going to be possible in San Antonio. They'll be scattered in nature, about 60% coverage with, as you can see, the healthier rainfall amounts closer to the Dallas-Fort Worth area and eventually out east toward Houston. Let's talk about rainfall amounts and the possibility there. Up to an inch out toward Houston and Dallas, but in San Antonio, I think we could safely see anywhere from a quarter of an inch to half an inch of rain. Nothing to put a major dent in the drought, but any little bit of rain can help us as far as the drought is concerned. And again, remember, help to wash out some of that mountain cedar in the air, which is helpful. Let's talk about temperatures too, because in the week ahead, it's going to be on the cooler side. On Tuesday, hard for us to get out of the 40s, so a cold, damp day on Tuesday. We'll be looking at temperatures climbing back into the 60s on Wednesday and Thursday, but that's still cooler than seasonably average. Another opportunity for rain on Friday in San Antonio, and it looks like that weekend is going to be pretty nice, the upcoming weekend. I also want to mention one last thing. If you have to drive home tonight, know that it could be pretty smoky and foggy because fog will actually cling onto those smoke particles. So please use caution if you're heading home this evening.
Great advice. Be careful out there after you're done celebrating. All right, well, we are ready to enter 2024 and leave this year's crazy weather records behind. Hint, our insanely hot summer. Mia Montgomery and Stephanie Jimenez recap all the records we broke and give us a look at how we can prepare for severe weather next year. Here's a clip from their special, which you can see right now on our website.
We have milder weather now, but let's rewind a bit to the summer of 2023. How would you describe it?
It was really horrible.
Some even say
unbearable.
The temperatures in South Central Texas broke record after record.
We've had 8 days in which we hit 105 or higher.
It marked our 60th triple-digit day that we have seen so far this year.
The hottest month ever recorded in San Antonio with an average temp of 90.6.
Everyone and everything was affected, from homeowners to businesses and people who work outside in the elements.
Even thinking back to 2021, we had the winter storm, except then it was snow and ice that staggered Texans.
10 degrees here in San Antonio.
Both cases of extreme weather taught us preparation is key.
CPS Energy says it's under orders to begin rotating outages.
Local groups and agencies are having those conversations.
How do we work with those stakeholders that already work with persons that are 65 and older, or they have a medical condition, people with disabilities, or individuals who are homebound?
While we can't predict severe weather months before it happens, we can do our best to prepare when we're not in a weather emergency.
So let's get ready.
And you can see that whole thing on KSAT.com. But first, we got to get to Nick with a look at sports. Nick, the Spurs, tough task tonight.
Yeah, Courtney, the San Antonio Spurs are holding a New Year's Eve party at their house, but they invited the Boston Celtics over for fun, and it wasn't that fun. We're checking on tonight's game and how it went. Plus, the Houston Texans have a shot to win their division for the first time since 2019. We're going to show you how they got in that position right after the break. 2023 brought us so many cool moments as San Antonio Spurs fans. Getting Victor Wembanyama was pretty awesome, but seeing the way that they've been losing this season has just been painful. Well, the pain wasn't going to go away tonight as the Spurs hosted the Boston Celtics, who have the best record in the NBA. The Spurs kept it an 8-point game after the first quarter. In the second, Trey Jones finds Wemby for the alley-oop. Those two are getting more comfortable with those type of plays. And the third, Wemby won some more, getting a put-back dunk and still playing hard despite the score. But mistakes led to more easy buckets for the Celtics as Jaylen Brown gets the steal and leaves it for the former Spur, Derek White, with the slam. As the Spurs fall on the final day of 2023, 134-101. Wemby finished with 22 points and 7 rebounds. Devin Vassell led the Spurs with 22 points and only 5 rebounds. And after the loss, Greg Popovich gave his take on how his guys kept fighting even when it was getting ugly.
The effort was there. It helps to make shots, and we didn't. They were great shot makers tonight. And you have to keep up with that, to make some shots. We didn't, and that really puts you in a hole. But I was pleased with their effort and, their ability to hang in as best they could.
The Spurs have a couple more days off before they hit the road to take on the Memphis Grizzlies on Tuesday.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
The Houston Texans were hosting the Tennessee Titans this afternoon, a rematch of a Texans overtime win from a couple weeks ago. And Houston fans love having their quarterback back in action. C.J. Stroud with a nice little 12-yard pass to Brevin Jordan to extend the lead to 10 points. And then the defense wanted to have some fun. Jerry Hughes comes around that corner and gets the strip sack. Sheldon Rankins collects the ball and brings it all the way over to the touchdown. He does a little dance for you. You got to watch that shoulder work. Get it? Get it? Both teams kicked a couple field goals for the rest of the afternoon, including this 51-yarder from Gaibi Fairbairn for the icing on the cake as the Texans win it 26-3 the final, putting them in position to win the AFC South next week.
We're pleased with where we are. And we understand that, we didn't, as our guys say, we didn't come this far just to get this far. Right? We have a lot to still play for that's ahead of us, but it's credit to the guys in the room for putting us in this position. All right, our players stepped up big time today. It's a true team win. Offense, we're able to move the ball efficiently. Defense stepped up, played a tremendous game. It's great having CJ back, having Will back, and you just see the impact that those players have on our team. Right? And they truly stepped up, made big time plays for us, down after down, and they put us in position, to be in a really good spot moving forward.
We are less than 24 hours away from when the Texas Longhorns are going to take on the Washington Huskies in the All-State Sugar Bowl tomorrow night. The winner gets a shot at a national championship. And the Longhorns spent the last couple of days getting used to practicing at Caesar Superdome in New Orleans. Both head coaches held a joint press conference today, and Steve Sarkisian was asked how he gets ready for game time.
I get dialed in by being around our players, being around our coaches, finding my own rhythm, my own routine. But, I'm not the guy that wakes up at 4 a.m. and goes for a 10-mile run. I can promise you that. I just look at me. So I just kind of go with the flow, and that gets me dialed in when I find our own rhythm and I see our players in their rhythm and our coaching staff and everybody on board. That kind of gets me in the space of it's time to go.
We're definitely going to be dialed in for this one. Kickoff for the All-State Sugar Bowl is at 7:45 p.m. tomorrow night.
Nervous and excited. I'll be working the 5 and 10.
Good, yeah.
Wow. It's so great to have you guys with us. Thank you for joining us for New Year's Eve. We're going to return you back to New York City.
Happy New Year!